Sri Rama, Chairman, SEAA Trust, New Delhi. Mr. J. Koki Krishnan, Special Correspondent, The Pioneer. Mr. Girish Nikam, Consultant Anchor, Rajya Sabha TV. And Mr. Ganesh Kanade, Vice President, Reliance Jio Infocom Limited, who also happens to be the moderator of the panel discussion.
Welcome everybody. Here we have four eminent journalists and who have contributed a lot to business media. And from their perspective, you should look at this subject of role of business media in creating a high growth economy. And unlike a normal and conventional moderation, what I would do is I would ask you to first spell out what do you have in mind when we talk about Indian economy or growth economy. So any student can just tell us what he or she has in mind when we talk of this term, high growth economy. Can anybody?
Yeah.
Please.
There's some excitement that there has been some hike in the growth rate. See, but I would like to look at it from a different point of view. I would like to please understand. See, the media is divided on this. There is what is known as the pink media, the pink papers, and if I can coin a phrase, pink TV also. There are pink television channels and pink newspaper, pink print media, which has a completely different approach towards growth, towards business, towards economy, whereas there is another aspect to it. That aspect is, all of you should understand that when we talk of GDP, only 6% of the population are impacted with GDP, or affected, or understands or is interested in what GDP is. The remaining 94% are left out of this GDP. There is a huge population in this country. When we talk of GDP, when we talk of manufacturing, when we talk of business, when we talk of economy, please understand that in this country of 1.2 billion people, just 6% of them are covered under this process, who are part of the what you call as employed people who are employed in organized sector. There is 90% to 94% of the people are not part of the organized sector. There is this huge multitude of people who have nothing to do with BNP or GDP, who doesn't understand, it doesn't affect them. We were told 20 years back when the liberalization process started, we were told that if growth happens, there will be a trickle-down effect. It has been 20 years since we have been sold this theory. The trickle-down hasn't happened. There are 250 million people in this country who don't get 2 square meals a day. Maybe now with this National Food Security Act, maybe to some extent some of them or many of them maybe at least get the 2 square meals. But the fact of the matter is 250 million don't get 2 square meals a day. For them GDP doesn't matter. So what I am trying to say is, the business media in this country, by and large, looks at it from the point of view of the business and the industry. So one needs to also look at it from this huge multitude of people who this doesn't make any sense, it doesn't matter. The 94%. So unless and until growth, my point is unless and until growth comes with equity, which means that everybody gets benefited by this growth, then there is no point in this growth. This growth is what we are having in the last 20 years, what we are seeing is haphazard growth. Few people have grown, few people's wealth has grown tremendously, unbelievably, and many other people, many millions, hundreds of millions continue to be under the poverty line or just above the poverty line. So where has this growth, why has this growth not, we had 9% growth for a few years, a huge excitement, last couple of years, huge disappointment, everybody talks of numbers, statistics, But the real growth has to be, will have those people who have been deprived, who don't have any proper jobs, proper employment. If it affects them, if it benefits them, that is when this growth will be again. Until then, I think this will be a lopsided growth, and this lopsided growth will, over a period of time, get very dangerous to the country, because as disparity, as there is more and more disparity, there will be more and more anger among people. So that needs to be taken note of. You just have my beginning statement will continue.
See, this is not a problem only about India or India alone. Another lawyer and author of a book, A Price of Inequality, he has written that in American economy is all about 1% of American people. So he goes so it's for 1% people by 1% people run for them.
1% was 99%.
Yeah, and there was an education in America, about 99%. So Mr. Parekh, I would like to mention.
Occupy Wall Street movement was part of this.
Why it did not happen in India? Well, these are the future wealthy areas. So they must understand it from historical perspective, which you and Mr. Raman were also saying, that history must be known to them. So please put that light on historical perspective. This living down effect that we have been talking about a lot, that it will happen. It never happened. Why?
I will go to cases. There will be some economists sitting here. Students might have heard about case theory. What did he say? Dig holes and fill them up to counter an argument. That was his idea. So in India, we don't need to dig holes. We have water every year. So this is the greatest irony of our times. On one hand, we have so much development work to be done, and on the other hand, so much unemployment. There has to be a link created. We have treated our business education or the capitalist society has treated poor as a market. They have not seen them as potential wealth creators. As I said earlier also, even debt was sold as a product to poor. So the perspective was different, how to make you rich. So that's regular capitalism model, and it was fine for some people. So the challenge is to make poor wealth creators. Can we do that? Yes, there is a way. For example, government spending has to increase a lot on basic education. As I said earlier, we have a gross enrollment ratio of 15%. So 85% children drop out of school. And Uttar Pradesh, I think, is sitting on a human time bomb. The future is a knowledge economy, and majority of our school droppers, and they don't know what to do, where to go. So I think investment in education has never touched 5% of our GDP. This is one important factor, I think, not investing much in education. And we don't have to always look for foreign money. We can bring our own money for some projects, which like electricity generation. We could have one a bigger decentralized electricity generation using renewable energy. And such projects can be funded by taking our own money. You don't have to borrow money for this kind of thing. But the planning is not there. The proper planning, I would say, is not happening.
Mr. Anand, I would like to continue with this. See, whenever this historically, we look at this economy in historical perspective, we find some accumulation of wealth happening in one side, as you rightly said. So, that question remains unanswered. Why did we trickle down? One. And second, as you were referring to different kind of media, can any business media in any ways, whether it's print, electronics, online, after all, we work as journalists. So can we contribute to that process, which will facilitate this trickle down effect, or at least facilitate some more wealth dissemination towards the lower strata of the society.
Yeah, sure. The whole person behave any kind of legs. We say that there are four legs in society. One of them is media, right? And you have judiciary, you have executive, and then you have the politics. So media definitely has a very, very strong role in bringing this information and knowledge. And business media is no different. Let me just take you back to, in a very lighter way, let's tell you this. How many newspapers are there? The popular ones. One is Economic Times. Then you have Business Standard. Then Financial Express. Okay, let's take these three. Okay, take Business Line as well. That's four. Magazines. Business Today. No, let's talk about India. Let's talk about Fortune, Forbes, and all those kind of things. Economics and so on. Let's talk about the Indian ones. We have Business Today, Business India, Business World. Okay. Now, how does the media contribute? Look at this. Take the names itself. Economic Times. Economic Times is the oldest business paper. It was more concerned with the economy and the times in which it was founded. So it was called Economic Times. Okay. Then came Financial Express. Somewhere along the line, Express thought it's finance that matters. Okay. So they said they made their newspaper as Financial Express. Then came this Andhra Pradesh Patrika, Business Standard. They said that no, businesses need to have some standards, some way of working. So let's find those. So they call that Business Standard. Come to business magazines. We wanted to talk about the businesses of India, so we called it as Business India. That's the oldest magazine. Then our rivals again from Business Standard Group, they said, no, it's India is connected to the world, so we should have Business World. So we got Business World. Then our friends came from India Today. They said, no, India Today. If we don't understand today, then it doesn't matter for tomorrow. So they said, no, let's talk about business today. I am just saying that here are approaches. There are different approaches to the same thing. And as a journalist, business journalist, who saw from the front bench of what really happened, I will give you a little historical perspective as to what really happened. I came to journalism in 79. That makes me really ancient, right? And 79, okay, let me take you back a little bit behind. Emergency, in fact, was the period in which we really understood what is discipline. Before that, between 47 and 71 years celebrated. Okay? And nobody really bothered about most of the things, I think, legacy of which we are still suffering from. Now, 71, for all the negatives, there was a positive thing about discipline. And the businesses also got into this very great license permit Raj, as they call it. They used to call it license permit Raj. So Raj was, Raj, British Raj, was ruling us. After that, the license permit Raj was ruling us. Okay, after 1971, after all the discipline and then changes in government that took place, Janata Party came, then BBC came and so on and so forth, there was a lot of mindset change. So people started looking at, can we not have a disciplined growth? Can we not set standards? Can we not look at the financial accountabilities? Shall we not look at the economy per se? So in the whole process, a lot of things changed. So from that point onwards, slowly and steadily we were moving towards 1991 economic reforms. 1991 economic reforms was not something that was thought through by a bunch of economists. It was simply a reflection of what this country needed at that point of time. There were lots and lots of discussions that took place. Let's go back to this chambers and see how the scenario shifted. You can see. You know what the CII? What is CII? Confederation of. Do you know what it was called earlier? AIEA. All India or Engineering Institution. It was called something. AIEA. Association of Indian Engineering Industries. That is what it was called. Which means we were only talking about engineering industries, thinking that businesses means engineering, business, manufacturing. about services. Then later on services came, then we said, okay, there are services. Then came IT, then we said IT. So confederation of Indian industry had to happen. You like it, you don't like it, that's the same. So AIEA became CII. That transformation took place. Like this, at different points of time, different people reacted, and as you see, things have really moved. For the FICCI's, most FICCI is Federation of Indian Chamber of Commerce. Most famous one of theirs is a film exhibition, film conference. What is it called? What is FICCI's film this thing is called? Something very interesting. They are the biggest names in film industry. I mean, it's unbelievable. The Federation of Indian Chamber of Commerce has got everything to do with Bollywood. They got everything to do with Bollywood. So people pick up. That's how business media has been really looking at and focusing on this and trying to pick up and reflect what is going on. And the scandals were part of the scene.
Corruption. And the answer to your question is make up the corruption system.
I take the corruption point forward. See, in history, it is not just eminence that which proved to be stumbling block in trickle down effect. The corruption is so widespread and so infectious, it has spread all over. So, there are some these scandals and this corruption. How big is the threat that this economy will never achieve the kind of dream that he has just shared?
Before coming there, my opinion, business journalism, the so-called current business journalism, is a threat to Indian journalism. Because business journalism is not doing journalism. They are doing the PR activity. They are doing the public relation activity. How come business newspapers landed? People started investing in stock market, common man landing in stock market, then stock market prices people wanted to see. So but people were not aware. Now there is about paid news. Press Council of India's rejected report is there, not approved report. There is a 80-page Parajay report, where only 7-page Press Council of India has filed to adopt. The rest says the general newspaper owners started the business journalist papers. So what they do? Regular newspaper owners start buying the shares of companies. They said that we can advertise, but we don't need your paisa. We want your shares, we will dictate the price. If you don't obey us, we will want you like now the Jashpal is holding you now that right. And what will happen? Small companies or newspaper owner companies will take the shares. Then Economic Times or other thing, or economic newspaper journalists, mercenary activity they have to do. They have to write the shares artificially about which their owner holds. If owner buys a share for 10 rupees, journalist has to write it and speculate up to 800. See, this is the fault of business journalism. There are ideas tells us how the business journalism works. Then it came to dirty list department. Ambani started fighting, then dirty list started all over. All the lobbyists wanted to know what are the things coming in the newspapers. Now what happens? In our newspapers, we will act like police because we won't allow anybody to share our news list. What we are publishing. Just getting what is our tomorrow's news list. They will have posted more spies. It is just like it is burning up. But being a journalist, I would say I envy on CAG because I will say CAG is the best investigative journalist of India because nobody wrote on Colgate. In Colgate allocation beneficiaries, 39 beneficiaries is having straight or direct or indirect connection in media. All are having media stakes. 39 so media never wrote. 2G case somehow we took it off. I was lucky to get so many mavericks with me, like Prashant Bhushan, Subramania Swamy kind of mavericks were with me, so I was lucky. And January 10, 2008 is the scam day. January 9, Economic Times wrote lucky 9. And they predicted these companies are going to get. How they got it? The name. If it is in Europe or America, that journalist would be in jail right now. It is in the PSC report says how business journalists or Economic Times got to know tomorrow's auction winner. And you put it as a headline, lucky 9. He should have been. The problem in India basically say corruption, bribe givers are there. But what we need is a strong government. Strong government means not autocrat, ruler or anything. We want a transparent system, transparent government. Otherwise, being an Indian citizen, I have envy on the British Parliament. Because media movement like Baron like Rupert Murdoch can be questioned by British Parliament. Can our Indian Parliament has courage to question a media owner? No.
To add to what you said, the gatekeepers of media have changed. Earlier it was journalists, now it's MBAs who are running media. You know who is the highest paid person in Hindustan Times and what is the salary? Can anybody guess? 50 lakhs per month. And what a no, even one of scientific observers.
And the worst
and so when this journalists are not paid that much, the people who write, and so how do you make money? So fake news business has come. You pay and you get whatever story you want. So they are not gatekeepers. So they know things. MBAs, that's what business ethics.
I think we are talking to youngsters, young minds. I think this is the way we are talking. I think it's not fair because same journalism has been able to bring out good information and good news, and we have been able to break scandals and stuff. When you say you break scandal, so let me ask you a very honest question. I'm a journalist. I've broken a lot of scandals, but the scandals don't get broken just like that. Somebody is interested. Okay, some guy who is for some reason he is unhappy or whatever it is, somewhere he will get in touch with me. I don't have the magic wand that I can go and break open some doors and then take out the stuff, files. I get files. I mean, every journalist who has broken any news gets real good files. I mean, authentic files. So somebody has to come and give it. That somebody should also be worked up enough to come and give it to you. So it's a question of two-way engagement. In the sense, media should be open. And you can't paint media with the same brush. Everybody is like that. It's not true.
So I'll give my example. I do a lot of work for Hindustan Times, and I was a columnist for Mint. And we were doing the ranking of business schools for Mint. And I really dropped IIT from ranking because I think it's a total fraud. But he was doing category advertisement to Hindustan Times. So I was finished to take his entry, take his business school. So they shunted me out. Instead of, and here is work with some other age. So this happens.
No, these are some of the negatives.
Yeah.
Which are the negative stories that we all are.
So that's why the management education ethics is very important. So corruption level ourselves, to can't reach honesty. Honesty has to be demonstrated. So we have to look at ourselves first. So this system, everybody wants to make quick bucks. There's I think when they're not persuaded the poor, so every politician or industrialist, they are looking to know what is waiting for me. So my classmate who is an IPS officer, he is IPS and the space he gave notice private petition with factory back. He is an IPS officer and doesn't own any property, in just honest. So even he is going to beat Raja Valia. So Raja Valia will get listed and put him in the worst person in UP, put in civil service. So this man, under the big scam of food distribution, all yojanas, whatever yojanas, 95% of food waste is looted, doesn't reach the beneficiary. And he actually identified food grains were eaten away by the IS officers and sent to Nepal, open market, which was meant for the poor. And he actually went sitting with his old lady, she thought government has to stop this scheme. He was entitled 20 kgs rice every month, he was not getting it. See, the whole system, the corruption is continued to every institution. I think that's a major problem.
I think we have the description of the problem in place.
Can I intervene here? Because what Prem was talking about is important. I wanted to make this happen. Gatekeepers of the media have changed. 25 years back or 30 years back when I started the profession, the system was that when I used to work for Indian Express and among other papers, but in Indian Express, the editor was the most important person. The managers were not important people. They were important in their own. There was a clear line drawn between the management and the editorial side. What used to happen was the editor would decide how much space would be given to advertising. They had the marketing, the manager would have to come and beg with the editor, please give us some space on the front page. But if the editor decided that day that there were very important news stories which cannot